Hello everyone. This week's gonna be a bit quicker. There were some good news, some bad news over there, but overall we had a very good week. First, we're gonna start talking about the new Gojira EP, which is gonna be featuring some special appearances by members of Lamb of God, In Flames, Soulfly, and also the Devin Townsend project, or Strapping Young Lad, as you're gonna wanna call it, or and Meshuggah too. Basically, what's gonna be coming? It's a new EP. It's gonna be 4 songs long, and it's gonna be feature the appearances by Devin Townsend from Strapping Young Lad, and of course his own Devin Townsend project. It's also gonna be featuring Fredrik Thordendal, yeah, from Meshuggah, who's gonna be doing. I'm guessing he's going to be, because I don't know what he does in this band, but I think he's a singer, right? He's sorry, I should have checked that. Well, Freddie and Thordendal is the lead guitarist, so maybe he's gonna be doing some guitar thing over that with Joe Duplantier and the other Gojira guys. It's also gonna be featuring Randy Blythe, the singer from Lamb of God, Anders Friden, from guitarist for vocalist for In Flames, and Max Cavalera, who's a singer and vocal and guitarist for Soulfly, Cavalera Conspiracy, and One Sepultura. If you remember correctly, Joe Duplantier was also the bass player for the first Cavalera Conspiracy album. So maybe it's paying back the favor that Joe did to the guys at Cavalera Conspiracy. It's gonna be having it's gonna be 4 songs long. It's gonna have these guys doing the appearances, and all proceeds are gonna be going to Sea Shepherd, which is an anti-whaling organization on I guess in France. Regarding Opeth, I already put up the cover for the new album Heritage up there, which I didn't like that much. And at the same time, we talked about last week about the album itself, the songs we're gonna have. But we also already know who's apparently the new keyboard player. His name is Joachim Svalberg, and he's played with Yngwie Malmsteen and Glenn Hughes, and he's apparently been rehearsing with him for the past few weeks, just as Michael told us a few weeks back. But he hasn't still been made an official member, so maybe it means that even though he's already rehearsing with them, he's not gonna be, maybe he's not the one you're gonna be working with. Anthrax's new album is gonna be coming out on September 13th on the United States, and on September 12th on Europe via Nuclear Blast Records in Europe and Mega Force Records. The album is gonna be called Worship Music. We still don't have details, or maybe I haven't checked them out more specifically. And Anthrax is promising a new field now that Rob and Scott Ian have been playing with these guys for Fall Out Boy and this other band in Ironic Class in The Damn Thing. So maybe it's gonna be an interesting album, which I'm gonna check, and maybe you should check it out. My favorite Danish metal rockers, which are Volbeat, are gonna be releasing a new DVD, Blu-ray, CD live with live performances, which is gonna be called Live from Beyond Hell and Above Heaven. On the 10th of October, it's gonna be featuring footage capturing in both Europe and United States live when they be playing, and it's gonna be having full concerts, interviews, behind the scenes footage, and much more. And of course, as soon as we have the details for that, we're gonna be talking to you about it. Corey Taylor has been saying that he's gonna be working on a new album for next Stone Sour later this year. So he said he's gonna be he says he already has about 16 songs written, and it's the first time that he's gonna be working in back-to-back albums with Stone Sour. Usually what he did was he switched between Slipknot and Stone Sour, but now that fanning the fires, that there's gonna be something there going on between the something going on with the Slipknot camp. Sorry, it's apparently it's when it happened. Hopefully, it's gonna be turning out very well. The fourth album, that will be the fourth album for Stone Sour, and it's gonna be, hopefully it's gonna be very good. One of my favorite bands, Finnish band Charon, has announced that they're gonna be disbanding following this summer's performance. This is a band I started listening to about 8 years ago or something like that. I have most of their albums, if not just I think I'm missing one or two, but I have most of their albums, and I really like them. And these guys, I had been waiting impatiently for the new album, now that they lost another founding member just a while ago. One of the guitarists passed Isabella, and just after losing Jai Von Hast about 4 years ago or 5 years ago. Anyway, the problem is that these guys said that they don't have it in them anymore to do a Charon album. Apparently, they have also a whole album complete, but they haven't been able to to finish it as it is. I'm guessing it's just demoed, and it's not there for us. If you follow Sharon, you know they released a compilation album last year, which had a lot of material from all their ages, like demos and albums, and even forthcoming albums. But apparently that's the last thing we're gonna be seeing for Sharon, which is very saddening for me. But well, whatever. Hopefully they have more luck in whatever they're doing anyway, but their own. Edguy, who are a melodic metal band who a lot of people know and a lot of people like, are gonna be releasing their new album, which is gonna be called Age of the Joker in Europe on August 29th in Europe, and I guess in America it's gonna have it about a week later at most. The CVD was recorded at Peppermint Park Studio, where Scorpions and Phil Collins do it in Hanover, Germany. What else is gonna be? It's the album is gonna feature 8 songs long. 8 songs. It has Robin Hood, Nobody's Hero, Bravo of Casual, Pandora's Box, Breathe, 2 out of 7, Fire on the Downline, and Behind the Gates of Midnight. No, Behind the Gates to Midnight World, as its title. So it seems a lot of a bit too many. 8 songs seems too small for me, but well, a lot of. I mean, considering that I believe that these guys play rather fast songs, but well, I'm sure Edguy fans are slobbering over this, so be on the careful. It's almost just 2 or 3 months away at most, and well, you can see where that happens. Exodus and has a little of a drama going out there. Last week, it was released that their former singer Steve Citro Souza had said that he was really working on, or rather hopeful that he might be going back to singing Exodus, and that it's all up to well, he's really focused on Hatred, his other project, but that he also wants to go back to Exodus. And then just like 2 days ago, or rather I think yesterday, the news came from Gary Holt, the guitarist who's now playing with Slayer while Jeff Hanneman recovers, that he told to Cetro that you know what, it's not gonna happen, because they already lost his chance, and the guy should have known about that, because he had his chance and now he lost it. They have a new singer, and they're gonna be moving with this new singer, which I can't remember, whose name I can't recall. So that's it. And as for reviews, I wanted to talk to you about 2 albums that I really like I usually do. And the first one's gonna be Chapter 3 by gothic metal band Agathodaimon, who play gothic vampiric metal, kind of like. It's a band that features. I got into them because I saw them in a magazine, a German magazine, back when I didn't know the little German that I know now. It's their 4th album. No, it's technically their 3rd album, because they have this. It's their 3rd album, but they have this demo-like thing called Tomb Sculptures, that is like it's an album, or rather a compilation of their first 2 demos that they have. But most people don't consider it an album, so well, yeah, that chapter 3 is the 3rd album. It's I think it's one of the more diverse and symphonic album to this day. I think it's one of an album that encompasses a lot of what Agathodaimon is. It has those it has clean vocals and black metal vocals. It has a lot of good atmospheres. It has a lot of that over the top bombastic ideas that the guitarist Atonis really likes, and it also has a lot of that romance and vampire theme that they also seem to like a lot. And well, overall, I think it's one of their best albums. I forgot to actually. I wanted to say. I said that it's the most diverse. But also remember that the next album has a lot of electronic elements. I think it's also the most focused album. I think it's the one where everybody in the band either was really focused on what they're doing, or Satanis had a really tight grip on who was playing. Overall, it was a very good album. It's 9 songs. It has An Angel's Funeral, which is a great song. Spirit Soldier is an epic song, which I think I was in love with that song for a long time. Paradise Beyond is also really good. The ending of Our Yesterday is very good. Past Shadows is a great romantic song, and you just want to tear your heart out when you're listening to that song. Yesterday Reprise is a very nice song that instrumental song with a real nice rain sound effect over there. It has Departure. It has Sacred Divinity, also a very nice song with a really nice clean vocals there. It has Burden of Time also, which is a really nice again vampire themed vocals. There's also another version of I think Sacred Divinity that's floating around in one of those what do you call it, Beauty in Darkness compilation albums. I think it was the 6th or the 7th one, which has a slightly different vocal arrangement and lyrics, if I'm not mistaken. And the song, I think it's more like acoustic rather than metal, than black metal. It's also very good. So if you guys wanna can check that out. It's really good. Overall, this is the last album to feature most of the band at the time. Most of the band changed after that. They changed also vocalists and guitarists and whatever after that. But overall, I think the keyboard player changed and the drummer, and a lot of people changed from Chapter 3 onto Serpent's Embrace. And I think like I said, I think it's the last album which has a lot of the. Well, the problem is that for the next album, a lot of people said that they have been playing dark metal, which it means that we're basically playing black metal with a lot of keyboards, electronic keyboards, and more in electronic vibe. But overall, I think it's a great album. The only thing I hated about, or I missed about the newer Agathodaimon album was, of course, that they didn't have singing in Romanian as they did in their first album, which I think was one of the distinctive trademarks of them they had back when they started. But anyway, that's what happens. And the other album I'm going to talk to you about is Fate of a Dreamer, which is the only album released by Ambeon, which is a side project by Anthony Argent Lucassen from Arian fame. It's basically just samples and rearrangements and compilation of Arian songs. The only thing that happens is it has the singing by this beautiful voice, the girl called Astrid van der Veen, both from the Lowlands, and it's a great song. It's a great album. It's 10 songs long, which is about an hour long, 51 minutes. It's very ambient, like very relaxed album with very beautiful vocals. They has very good songs like High, Cold Metal, Sweet Little Brother, Strange. All the songs in the album are very good, very beautifully crafted, very tranquil. It's one of the albums that I listen when I need to calm down and inspire myself to try to be try and be creative. How corny that sounds, but yeah. I can't remember one of the songs they have, but I remember that after that I listened to some of the Arian albums from the first time I kept thinking to myself, hey, I know this song, where I had heard that, and then it hit me that, oh, okay, yeah, that's because, you know, they're sampling everything of these albums in Arian. But anyway, check it out, it's a very good album. There's also, I want to talk about their their first single, which is a Cold Metal, a single for that album. It came actually before that song. It has it's four songs long, and it has the only other songs you can actually hear for that albums songs that didn't make it to the album, which is Merry Go Round. It has a remix for High, sorry, and a remix single version for Cold Metal, which is basically the only other material for Arian. I have found here information. It has songs from all the albums, from the actual from Experimental, Actual Fantasy, Universal Migrator Parts 1 and 2, Into the Electric Castle. It features samples from the E Courtyard Minstrel Boy, Black on Planet Earth, The Shooting Company of Captain Franz B. Cook, Into the Black Hole, Forever in the Stars, Welcome to the Animation, Magic Ride, The Charm of the Seer, Carried by the Wind, and The Druid Turns to Stone, 2084, Computer Eyes, and The Dawn of Man. Basically, everything in a lot of well, not everything, but a lot of basically every song on Ambeon features is just an extension of parts of songs in Arian. Both albums very, very great album. Check them out. I would say I wanna give Ambeon a 9 because it's a very good album, and I wanna give Agathodaimon's album an 8 just because they didn't have anything on Romanian. But trust me, it's a very, very good album, especially if you like that vampiric metal vibe that a lot of metalheads were into around the late 90s, which is right about the time that album came out, if I'm not mistaken. Well, no, it was about the 2003, but yeah, the album was really, really good, and it features that same aspect that you're gonna like if you're into that. So until that, aside from that, have a good week and see you next time.